Hi there, Holly Hicks here from Fluid Movement and Wellbeing. Thanks for joining me. Today's video is all about another daily routine that you can do from home or at work or on the go, wherever you are. So this one here is a nice, an alternative to the one to the previous video. So you might find you like to exchange some of the little exercises in amongst your own program that you like to put together. So I'll take you through it. Again, it's like we call it the Daily 5. These are just variations of the Daily 5. So pick and choose which ones you like to use and put your own program together. So I'll take you through these ones. So we're going to start off with seated flexion. So in this position, I'm going to just turn to the side because I'll need my mat like this for the next one that we do. So I'll turn to the side like so. So get into this position. You're going to interlock your hands underneath your knees like so. And you'll need to roll your hips backwards like so. So for some people, they can just roll backwards like this. So imagine tipping your hips backwards. Sometimes it's easier just to walk your feet backwards a little bit as well to get into that position. And imagine that really bad posture position that we all say to avoid having. That's what I want you to do in this exercise. You want to really push back. So feet are flat on the floor like so. Push back through those shoulder blades and really hang off those arms. Like if you were to let those arms or those hands go, you'd fall backwards. So really hang off those arms. About that shoulder blade or bra strap level for girls, really push that level backwards and sink into it. So nice deep breaths, in and out. Each breath out, try and push back a little bit further. Let your head hang. You can adjust the positioning of your head as well, just to see what's happening. From here, you want to push one foot away from you. That will really wind up one side. You should feel that more in the shoulders of the side that you're pushing the foot away from. Back down again. Other one. Push away. Back to the floor. Nice deep breath in and out. Really pushing back and hanging off those arms. Hang here for a couple of breaths. When you're ready, we're going to roll back and sit up again. Shake it out. Onto your tummy. This one's called Cobra. So from here, hands straight out. I'm going to lift my head a little bit so you can hear me because you might hear my voice in the mat there. Hands are going to be out like so. Initially, you want to be in this position where you're resting your head on the floor. I'll bring my head up so I can talk you through it, but if you can stay in that position. From there, wriggle your hips so that your lower back relaxes off. Nice and relaxed. Imagine again your head is still on the floor, your forehead is on the floor. From here, you are going to press one hand down through the floor and drag your elbow of that same arm backwards. And rest your head on your arm of the opposite side, like so. So your elbow's going to come back about in line, just in front of the shoulder. Little wriggle through the hips. From here again, press down on the other arm and allow that to help bring your chest up, like so. We want to make sure you're not using your lower back to bring yourself up in this position. Little wriggle. So you can see my elbows are slightly in front of my shoulders, and that feels quite comfortable. Press down through your hands and press yourself up, like so. Wriggle through the hips. Only go as far as you can comfortably. If you find that your backs or any muscles are kicking in and starting to tighten up, just back it off. draw your shoulders back and your chest up. Press your hands through the floor, and you should notice that makes a big difference. What is going on in the shed next door? You should notice it makes a big difference and how that feels in your back. Pressing hands down again, drawing those elbows back towards you, wriggling through those hips. Turning to look behind you. See if you can look around and see your feet behind you. Other side. Couple more times on each side. Nice and slowly. And back to the center. One more time, drawing those elbows back, lift up through your chest, press down with your hands, wriggle through the hips to come out, same way that you got here. Extend one arm out in front of you, rest your head on your arm, other one out, head to the floor, wriggle your hips. Then you can roll to the side or roll onto your back. I'll just turn around so you can see. Roll onto your back and bring your knees up to your chest. Little rock. That can feel quite nice. It's good to do a flexion exercise like this after you've done any extension work. Okay, kneeling side stretch is our next exercise. I'm just going to adjust my mat. And you can too if you like. So if you've got a sticky mat like I have, because you're going to be kneeling on this one, I like to double it up because it's a bit softer. Or if you've got one of the softer mats like I have back here, or here for example, then by all means use that. So make sure you can see me. So we're going to work through the sides now. So knees about double shoulder width apart. So aiming for this area through here, you're going to slide down one side and you're going to cup your calf with your hand in this position like this. So sliding down, and you're going to take the weight. So it's my hands in this position and my body weight is completely resting on my legs. So I'm holding myself up perfectly. I'm not having to use any of these muscles through here at all. Just my arm here. Letting your head hang. Make sure that butt's tucked under. If it's out like this, you're going to tip forward. So keep it nice and strong. Keep your butt tucked underneath you. Let your head hang here. Completely resting on your calf like I have here. You might find this is strong enough for you. You might feel it through here. If it's strong enough there, by all means stay there. If you want to go further, float your arm up in front, the opposite arm, and reach towards the wall or the window, wherever you are. Nice deep breaths in. Each breath out, you're aiming to reach a little bit further. You can roll the shoulder forward and reach. That changes the angle. Roll it forward more, reach. Roll it forward more, reach. And to come out, bend at the hips, sit them backwards, arm in front, hands on knees, use arms, help you back up again. Change sides. Sliding down till you get to your calf. This position here, with your hand a C shape, resting on there. Keep that butt and your hips tucked underneath you. Let your head hang. If that's far enough for you, then just stay there. Otherwise, arm in front, let it float up and reaching towards the other side. So for me, I've got this shelf here I can aim for. It's good to aim for something because then you can try and touch it. It becomes a bit more of a challenge, whether it's the wall or going further, whatever. Letting your head hang, reaching further. Every breath out, try and reach a bit further. Keep that butt tucked nice and strong. further. Now rotate that shoulder forward a bit and reach, rotate, reach, rotate, reach. The idea is that you're going to find the angle that you need to work on. Rotate, reach. A few breaths here. To come out, sit your butt back, arm floating in front, hands on the knees coming up, and just a gentle, call this the washing machine. That's what it feels like you are when you do this. All right. Some rotation, sitting on your bottom. In this position, knees bent up, feet flat on the floor. Sitting up nice and straight, you're going to reach one hand behind you, opposite hand bracing against your knee. Remember, lift your chest up nice and straight. It's a push-pull action. This hand is reaching behind you, chest up, and pulling you as you're pushing against your knee with this arm bracing you here. So nice deep breath in. As you breathe out, rotating around. Each breath out, you want to try and rotate around a little bit more. If you find it's too much, obviously try and turn your neck. If you find that's too much, just look down towards the floor or looking back towards your feet if that's more comfortable for you. Couple of breaths there. And slowly unwind back to the center. Other direction. So reaching behind you, bracing against your elbow, chest up nice and straight, and rotating around. Nice deep breath in. As you breathe out, around you go. You're going to take a couple of breaths here, 4 or 5 breaths. Each breath out, try and turn around a little bit further. And then slowly back to the center. And shake it out. Okay, the last video, we did the piriformis stretch against the wall. This time we're going to do it in the chair. So, grab a chair. Okay. Okay, so a chair can be quite nice, especially if you feel particularly tight through here, but it's just a nice way of being able to do piriformis quite nicely too. So from here, same as last time, you're going to cross one foot over a knee and just wriggle a bit so you get towards the back of the chair. These ones are great because you can reach behind and hold onto things if you need to as well. It's got a nice flat, so the dining chairs are quite good for this. So from here, turn your body towards your knee. Body down towards your knee, hook your opposite arm in, bring it up nice and close to you, like so. So exactly the same as the wall, just a different position, an alternative to sitting against the wall. So some people can feel it, so you should feel it in this position here. Sitting up nice and straight, sticking your butt out still. So some people might not feel the one against the wall as strongly, might like something a bit stronger, and this can do that for sure. But it can also be a nice gentle one if you find that the floor one feels a bit uncomfortable for you. This is a great alternative for that. And plus, if you are at a desk and you don't have arms in your chair at all, then you can do this at your desk as well. Okay, so this time we're going to add in what we call a PNF stretch, or a contract relax. It's to help improve the mobility and flexibility of the area that we're working on quite effectively, efficiently and safely. So to do that, we're going to push this knee into our arm, but we're going to stop it from moving. So the action that we're doing is this, pushing the knee away from us, but our arm's going to stop it from actually moving. So when I say, so take a nice deep breath in first and out. Okay, now push your knee away from you, but don't let it move. So use your arms to resist that and don't let it actually move any distance. So keep holding, pushing away about 20%-ish strength, holding for 5 seconds, 6 seconds, 2, 1, stop. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, relax. Nice deep breath in again. As you breathe out this time, try and bring that knee in a bit closer towards you. Stick that butt bone down through the floor of the bent leg. Chest up nice and straight. Stick your butt out. All the little tweaks make a big difference. Okay, slowly letting that one come down. We want to make sure we come out of the stretches nice and slowly, because that's when the brain does its remapping and understands that's a new position we'd like it to stay in. Swap sides. Okay, same again. Ankle across your opposite knee now. So turn your body towards your knee, body down towards your knee. Hook your arm in best you can, sit up with it. Nice and close into you like so. Now for me in this one, I'm not sure about how you find this, but I can feel this in a different spot and a slightly different area compared to when I was on the floor. So you might find the same thing. You might find it different if you did the previous video. You might have found the same thing as well. Nice deep breath in and relax. Drop your shoulders. Lift your chest, stick your butt out. Butt bone of the bent leg down through the floor. So you want to get familiar with the sensation first and just give it a few breaths just to figure out what it needs to do and relax. From here, push your knee away from you. Remember the contract relax I talked about? Push your knee into your arm. Use your arm to hold it there. So my knee's doing this, but my arm's not letting it go anywhere. So go, push your knee away from you. Hold that for 5 or 6 seconds. I'll count down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, let your body relax. Another deep breath in. As you breathe out this time, bring that knee in towards you. You should hopefully find after doing, and keep breathing, you should hopefully find after doing the contract relax that you should actually get a little bit further. You should be able to bring that knee a bit closer to your chest. So in stretch therapy, we use this technique a lot. So, and in the coming videos, I will show you different exercises that you can do that with as well to improve your mobility and flexibility in those areas. And remember as well, if there's anything that you would like for specific to you, if you'd like your own program, just get in touch and we can chat about putting a custom program together for you as well. Nice deep breath in and out. Okay, slowly lowering that down again. And moving on to our last exercise in this variation of Daily 5, which is the hip flexor again, but it is the hip flexor, the contract relax version. So it's a little bit deeper than the first one we did in the first video, which was the mobility one. But we're going to use an extra support today. So if hip flexor is an area for you, which for most people it is, this is going to be important for you. So I'm going to bring in a chair, so the same chair we just used then. This is fantastic for support. Okay, so get into position first. So again, okay, I'm stretching my right hip flexor. So I've got the chair on my right side. I'm going to bring that in nice and close to my foot on the inside of my knee. So I'm going to get myself into position, ankles slightly in front of my, or level with or in front of my knee. And you can see instead of just resting on my elbows, I've got the chair to rest on and I've got these to hold on to, I've got the back of the chair to hold on to. So you adjust and feel where you need that extra support. So my body's not leaning on it as such, but I'm leaning into it. So it feels really supportive and really comfortable. So you adjust how close or how far away you would like to have your support. So first off, we're just staying in this position for a couple of breaths just to familiarise ourselves with the position and how it feels to be on this chair. You can come into the middle of the chair, wherever it's comfortable for you. But it's really nice to be able to have that support and hold yourself up, especially with hip flexor. Nice deep breath in and out. Okay, the contract relax for hip flexor. The knee of the back legs, that's the one we're actually working on. We're going to be dragging that, imagine you're going to drag that through the floor, so forwards through the floor. All right, we're going to hold that for 5 seconds. So I'll show you what that looks like. So take a nice deep breath in. As you breathe out, relax. Okay, so from here, drag that back knee through the floor and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. Take a nice deep breath in. As you breathe out, relax, let your hips sink towards the floor. Another deep breath in. As you breathe out, relax, and you can walk your toes forward a bit more. I need to adjust this chair a little bit, move it out. And sink through the hip. This can be quite strong on lots of people, including myself. Couple more breaths here. Okay, to come out, hands on the chair, push yourself backwards on the floor again if you want to, like that as well, but use your arms to push yourself backwards. Whew, quite strong. Let's swap sides. Okay. Give it a bit of a shake out. Have a walk around if you want to. Just give it a bit of a shake out. Give it a bit of a shock to the system for a hip flexor if it hasn't been used for a while, or stretched for a while like that. Okay, again, in position, sinking in. So remember, we're not coming from trying to bend for our upper body, we're trying to sink through here. So get in position first, foot or your ankle slightly in front of your knee, and then bring the chair in for support. Nice few deep breaths in and out here. Again, try and keep your chest up and focus on sinking from the hips. You don't want to go too deep if we're going to do a contract relax, especially because it'd be too difficult to do the contract relax and too sore if you go too deep too early. Okay, from here, dragging this back knee down and through the floor without lifting up your butt like this either, okay? Okay, so dragging through the floor, go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop dragging, take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, relax, let your whole body relax. Except for the arms holding you up. Another deep breath in. As you breathe out, sink a bit further if you can, and adjust your toes. You might want to walk them forward a little bit to allow for that sinking further and that adjustment. Try to keep the upper body up and focus on sinking through those hips. Try to relax those muscles and let that hip open up to the floor. That front of that hip, really let it go through. Okay, to come out, use your arms, push yourself backwards and shake it out. Okay, so if hip flex is an area for you that you need to work on, or if any of those exercises rang true for you as far as what you need to work on yourself, then please by all means go back around and repeat those exercises again, or when you're doing it yourself at home next time, go through another round at that particular point that you're doing, so you can give it another go, or at least do the side that feels the tightest or more uncomfortable or blocked or restricted. Go about doing that one a second time around. That's it for today's daily 5 exercises and your daily routine. I'm Holly Hicks from Fluid Movement and Wellbeing. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video.